before we get to that, there's a message that's come through on Facebook from Isahaku. And he's asking about your band.
Which band?
The band you have on.
Oh, it's just one of those, rings that people wear, No,
but this ring is like a wedding band. It's on your wedding.
It's not a wedding. It's just a ring, and bracelets. And women love jewelry. So
I'm not talking about the bracelet. I'm talking about the band.
It's
on your wedding.
It's all
your
together,
wedding finger. If there's something the people need to know.
There's nothing that the people need to know. Really, there's nothing that the people need to know. Nothing going on. Should we get into the newspapers?
Why are you doing this to your viewers?
There's nothing. I'm so sorry, guys. There's nothing exciting going on.
Okay.
There's nothing that you need to know.
So are you going to take it off this finger and put it on another?
I actually like wearing it on this finger because it actually prevents people from harassing me. So yeah, it's a technique to get people to not approach me.
Why don't you want people to approach you?
Because I'm in a season of waiting on God, and I just want that to be my focus. I don't want to deal with
I don't get it though. So people are harassing you.
A little bit sometimes, yeah.
It's okay. A little harassment of a beautiful woman.
No. So okay. I just want to.
How else would you know you're beautiful?
Because when I look in the mirror, I can see that I'm beautiful. Do I need somebody's son to tell me that I'm beautiful before I know? But it's interesting though, because since I started wearing it, there are actually people who will still walk up to you and still talk to you as if, I can see that you're wearing a ring.
So it costs 90.
No, but it's reduced a little bit. And then there's some people who will ask, are you married? I say yes, and then I finish the sentence, married to Jesus in my head. Yes. So go away, go away and leave me alone.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But it just goes to show how beautiful you are, and
thank you,
and people just love you like that.
Thank you. So nothing exciting to report. Okay. Shall we continue? I will let you know when there's something exciting to report, I promise.
Okay, thank you. All right, so let's get on with the newspapers for now. Yeah. So, Isahaku, you have your answer. But if you have any further questions...
There's no further questions.
Oh, if he has...
Isahaku, you don't have any further questions. It's okay. It's okay.
Hey.
No further questions.
Okay.
You want us to talk about House of Oak?
House of Oak is a dead issue.
Yes. Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Long time. It happened a long time ago. And we've moved on.
Okay. Honor your pledges. That sounds like a church sermon.
Yeah, so President Akufo-Addo is telling wealthy nations to honor their pledges at the Glasgow Summit on climate change. So as wealthy nations have been asked to honor their commitment to make available $100 billion annually to assist poorer countries fight against climate change. You see, when I hear wealthy countries, poor and poorer countries, and we're suggesting that we are in the poorer countries, I don't like that, because this country shouldn't be poor or shouldn't be classified as poor. Well, speaking at the UN Climate Change Conference, COP26 in Glasgow, Scotland yesterday, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said, honoring the pledge would help less endowed countries chart a path out of the devastating impact of climate change. So climate change is real indeed. And so we should be playing our part. I believe that one thing we should be doing here in Ghana is to encourage as many people to take up renewable energy. So solar, wind, and all of that. But of course, solar happens to be the one that people can readily take up to. And it doesn't have to be, any major solar unit. You can start off with the solar unit that can give you just lights, and so that you can even charge your phones, and that doesn't cost that much. So we should encourage that. Okay, and then it says Ghana card to become e-passport by first quarter 2022. I'll get to that story in a bit, but on page 5, the Republic of Turkey turns 98. Okay, happy birthday to Turkey. Kenyatta paints grim picture of climate change impact on Africa. So Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta has called on leaders of wealthier nations to take into consideration the special needs and circumstances of Africa in the fight against climate change. So he was also speaking at COP26. And then 6 dead, scores missing after collapse of building. And this story in Nigeria, At least 6 people have died in Nigeria's commercial capital of Lagos after the collapse of a luxurious high-rise building that was under construction, the State Emergency Services chief said. So it's a 21-story structure. It just collapsed, just like that. And 6 people dead so far. They believe that there could be many more deaths in them. It's a sad story. World leaders promise to end deforestation by 2030. That's also here. And 19 killed as blast hits Kabul hospital. And moving on to other stories in the Daily Graphic. Now, the Ghana card to become e-passport by first quarter 2022, it's on page 14. So the Vice President has been addressing guests at the lecture held at the Shetty University yesterday. It was live here on Joy FM and JoyNews. Says by the end of the first quarter of 2022, the Ghana card will be recognized globally as an electronic passport and can be read and verified in all international civil aviation organization compliant borders. This means that the Ghana card, which is a unique biometric identification card, will be accepted as an e-passport in 197 borders globally and 44,000 airports in the world. Okay, this is some good news. And then for Ghanaians in the diaspora, Dr. Baumia said they will be able to travel easily to Ghana with the Ghana card without necessarily obtaining a Ghana visa. Okay, that's also excellent news. So this will happen when the Ghana Immigration Service was linked to the National Identification Authority architecture, which according to him will be very soon. So I'm sure Ghanaians in the diaspora are very much looking forward to that. Then another interesting thing with the Ghana card or identification is that so far the Vice President says about 15.5 million people had been enrolled on the Ghana card by the NIA, and most of the population will be enrolled by next year, he added. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, every newborn child delivered in Ghana next year would get, within a few months, a Ghana card number, the Vice President announced. So all that is very, very good, and we're looking forward to that. Now, from the graphic business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting, the 2022 budget will regain investor confidence. That's Edu Boahing, the Minister of State at the Ministry of Finance, saying that. And then don't under-declare incomes for better pension, SNIT to employers. So, but going back to the story on the 2022 budget and on the economy, the Minister of State at the Ministry of Finance, Charles Edu Boahing, he has been commenting on the rising selling of the country's bonds in stock exchanges worldwide. He said it was surprising that investors across the globe were still losing confidence in the economy by selling all the bonds in the manner in which they were currently doing. And he says, I want to assure the audience that nothing fundamentally has changed. We are still on track to meet our deficit, and we are still on track to meet our revenue target for the year, Mr. Edu Boahing said. So much as he says the economy is fine and everything else is going to be good, it looks like the investors are getting a different understanding of the economy, and so they're selling off the bonds. Moving on, police must provide updates on investigations. That's Jacob Osei Yeboah, former one-time presidential candidate. And then court adjourns Dawood's case to January 26th. So a Cape Coast court, hearing the alleged incest case involving the Central Regional Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress, Emmanuel Kwesi Dawood, has adjourned the case to January 26, 2022. TMA to wean itself off common fund. That's the Tema Metropolitan Assembly. They're saying that they're going to wean the districts or the metropolis off the district assembly's common fund. 10,000 CCTV cameras to be installed in regional district capitals. That's the Minister for National Security saying that. ECG tackles revenue loss, inspects meters in Tema, Central Region. Now this one you should be interested in. The Electricity Company of Ghana has begun an inspection of its meters in Tema in the Central Region to clamp down on illegal connections, bypasses, power thefts, and other acts that are a drain on the company's revenue. The exercise is expected to be carried out on the last Friday of every month to identify perpetrators who are illegally tapping into power supply and to address the challenge of revenue loss by ECG. So those of you who are stealing power, ECG is coming after you, tampering with your meters and all of that. So be on the lookout. In the center spread, ISA advises against introduction of new taxes in 2022 budget. It says any attempt to use new or additional taxes to boost revenue will be a nightmare for businesses. Rather, the institute said the government should use the budget to introduce policies that would ensure efficiency in the country's tax administration. We'll plant 20 million trees to restore lost forest cover. That's President Akufo-Addo saying that. So, speaking, the government is to plant a minimum of 20 million trees next year as part of major efforts to restore lost forest cover in the country. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has disclosed in Glasgow, Scotland. He also talked about what was done. He says, in June this year, I led the entire country through the Green Ghana project to plant over 7 million trees, far above the 5 million we are targeted. He told the gathering of world leaders and environmentalists who are participating in the summit. And the question I am asking is, how far were those trees? How far, I mean, how many of them are growing and are doing well? We need to be checking on them. Otherwise, we can plant 7 million, and yet the 7 million would not survive, which brings us to nothing. Okay. Special prosecutor investigates drabbing MCE bribery allegations. And few more stories to go through. Let's consider mono desks for basic schools. So the government has been urged to consider the use of mono desks at the basic education level. Yeah, it will be good if we have that. And then no license for cannabis business yet. Narcotics Control Commission says the Narcotics Control Commission has warned that the public against the cultivation of narcotic plants or the establishment of a business related to narcotics on the basis of the passage of the Narcotics Control Commission Act 2020. It says there was no blank check to the public to do whatever they wanted as far as the cultivation, among other things, of cannabis was concerned. So if you thought that you could cultivate cannabis, the Narcotics Control Commission says, no, you can't do that. Build partnerships towards economic recovery. Former President Mahama is urging African governments. He says, this is why, as President of Ghana, I developed a program and supported Ghanaian pharmaceutical industries with stimulus packages to improve their efficiencies and enhance productivity. So that's former President John Mahama. And we're speaking at the 3rd African Economic Congress in Lagos yesterday. Government asked to lay tax exemptions bill for passage. All right. So the story says we have under 2 million people who pay personal income tax. So just under 2 million. Meanwhile, there are a whole lot more. We have a lot more people who should be paying taxes. Then stakeholders reviewed National Contingency Plan on oil spillage in Elmina. Remembrance Day held for 11 fallen police personnel. In sports, Leeds Finance Sports charged to learn from football. Exim Bank supports Jiu-Jitsu Federation with 20,000 cedis. Techi nominated for Top Swag Award. Then on the back page, 6 burnt to death at Akumadan accident. President commiserates with families. So that story was on the news, on the AM news. And then FDA urges public to report suspected vaccine side effects. That'll be it for the Daily Graphic.
All right, Joel, thank you for all 18 minutes of the review of the Daily Graphic. Well,
was it 18 minutes?
Yes,
really?
It was 18 minutes, yeah. 6:30 to 6:48.
6:30?
To 6:40.
How do you start at 6:30?
You started at 6:30.
No.
What time did you start?
I started at 6:40.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You started at 6:30. Anyway, should we do the daily guide?
Yes, please.
Oh, are you sad? You're sad.
No, I'm not.
I thought you missed me. I mean, when I'm not here, nobody bugs you.
I didn't start at 6:30.
No, doesn't say. Okay, let's do the daily guide then. Ghana card to become e-passport. That's according to the Vice President.
So the point I'm making is I've done all the stories for you. It makes your work a lot easier.
No, it doesn't actually. It just means you've done all the stories.
No.
Which is why I should probably stay home then. If you're doing all the stories. Yeah, really. Okay. I missed you too. Let's do the international stories. I don't think Israel did those ones. More than 80 countries pledged to cut methane emissions by 30% by 2030. Jeff Bezos is pledging $2 billion for restoring nature. Jeff Bezos is Amazon's founder, and he said he'll spend $2 billion restoring landscapes and transforming food systems. That's a good thing. Citizens urged to defend Ethiopia's capital. More than 20 killed in Kabul hospital attack. There's that story about the 23 people who've died in 2 days on the roads. Yeah. Horrible accidents.
Yes.
Adenta Dodowan passengers lament illegal fares. That's a tough one. You know, when there's like some of these illegal fares and people are just charging more, there's almost nothing that you can do because the demand obviously outweighs the supply. Yeah. So it's like, okay, and they won't fry, and they're quick. You know, and then yeah. Kwalkesi says he's taking a break from smoking, which is interesting. He says he's now a matured man. He didn't state exactly what he smokes, but he said he's gotten to the stage where he needs a break. Your arm means what?
I was wondering which one he was talking. Yeah, stop smoking.
I see. Okay. Kiddy's song "Touch It" has been ranked Ghana's most streamed song on Spotify. Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Do you want to sing a line from it?
Touch it.
That really?
Yeah.
And bend over. Yeah. No, but like you really touch it.
I don't like the shut up and bend over part of the song.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So that's why I just said touch it.
Touch it, yeah. I think it's probably
to touch, shut up and bend over.
Right. Okay.
If you want me to sing that part, yeah.
It's fine. Thank you very much. I think maybe one of the reasons.
Shut up and bend over. I just did it for you.
Thank you, Israel.
But I'm not asking you to shut up.
Really? Behave yourself. I was saying, I think one of the reasons why the song did really well is because of the TikTok dance that goes with it. And you see how people from all over the world are doing, the dance. And so that's the thing about TikTok. It's kind of really put a lot of music out there. Mr. Drew's songs do very well on TikTok because he always, does it with some sort of move and stuff. And then even Jackie's My Mind Day for You was big, especially through TikTok.
Okay.
Because other people were doing the dance.
Yeah, I should also do some TikTok videos.
You should do a video, yeah. We should do a video. Be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so watch out for that. Funny Face granted bail, 20,000 Ghana cedis.
And bend over. I'm trying to see how we can use.
Okay, so maybe, Echo, we can find the TikTok dance for Touch It, and then maybe Israel and I could do the challenge and see how that would be. That should be interesting.
Does it actually show people bending over?
I don't remember, but I know it doesn't. It doesn't. You don't have to bend all the way down. You'll see the video. Leave me alone and let me do the daily guide. Accra Fashion Week announces 5th anniversary extravaganza. There's a story about how airports have lost a lot of money due to COVID-19. So airports lose $11 billion in revenue, and it's because of COVID-19 and all the traveling that wasn't happening, like that trip to Greece that Israel was supposed to go on. Page 14 of the Daily Guide shuts down Gamro, and Stone G tops Eastern Music Awards nomination. Nathaniel Atto also made it into the Daily Guide. The story, though, I'm not understanding. So this is what it says. Joy Sports anchor and editor Nathaniel Atto has been adjudged the Media Personality of the Year at the 2018 edition of the Glitstyle Awards.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
It's an old story, I guess.
Yeah, so how did it just make it in 2021?
It was a... there's something called pothole filler.
From 2018?
So they're looking at stories and Okay, what can we put in here to fit?
2018. I don't understand. Unless we're missing something. Daily Guide, like, what's up with that? Okay, back page of the Daily Guide. Blatter Platini charged with fraud. Conte takes over Tottenham. Did you see the post from him that he said to his players?
No.
He said to his players that he was talking about sex, his players having sex. He said they shouldn't have too much sex. Preferably, they should have sex with their wives. Their wives should be on top. And if the sex is with their wives, then they don't have to put up an extraordinary performance. You didn't see it?
No.
It was all over social media yesterday telling his players, yeah, just, sleep with your wives and you don't have to put up an extraordinary performance. And, just let them be on top and let's keep the football.
No. I stand with the wives. Please,
Thank you.
let's give them extraordinary performances.
Wives. Yes.
Let's give them extraordinary performances. Yeah. Mind-blowing performances.
I agree with you.
Which will eventually translate onto the pitch,
Yes, right? A happy wife, a happy home, a happy pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's go to the finder. EcoBank Ghana is best bank in Ghana at Euro Money Awards. NI rolls out 294 regional and district offices today. And I'll come to that story. Digital agenda yielding benefits. Dr. Baumia outlines the numerous challenges it has solved. 11 police officers who died in line of duty honored. And Ghana will balance development with climate change agenda. That's president. Let me go to the story of NIA. So the National Identification Authority will from today, November 3, begin operationalizing its regional and district offices across the country. In all, the authority will set up 16 regional and 275 district offices to register and issue out new cards to members of the general public. They will operate within the usual business hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. So there's a rollout, there's a plan for the rollouts. There's a point where they're going to issue the cards to persons who registered during the previous exercise. So that's going to start. So starting from next week, Monday, November 8th, through to Tuesday, November 18th, the authority will issue out cards to Ghanaians who registered during the mass registration exercise but have not received their cards. So those of you who have been asking, when can you get your cards, your Ghana cards? So the NIA is saying that you can go to the district offices once they open from next week, Monday, November 8th, through to Tuesday, November 18th. You can get your card. Then it's going to get to a point where they're going to do the regular registration and issuance of cards. That's from Wednesday, November 17th. And replacement of cards and updating of personal info also comes up from November 29th. So you can take note of those dates so you can pick up your cards or actually go for fresh registrations. That'll be it for me for the finder. Okay, so just before we get into myjoyonline.com, I'll just do the Ghanaian Times really quickly. DVLA wins 2 awards at Jeter Night. Court retakes pleas of Ernest Thompson and 2 others. Black Mercedes-Benz driver fined 1,800. Do you remember that story? That Mercedes-Benz driver who there was traffic. That driver. Yeah, he's been fined 1,800 Ghana cedis. So there's a race going on to find survivors in Nigeria building collapse. Let's stop burdening Cocoa Board with extra responsibilities. Ghana, UN working together to make the world a better place, and that's United Nations at 76. Middle page of the daily graphic. I suspect pretty much, Ghanaian Times, the climate change issue, 70,000 pens, given to GES, people who were burnt to death, may their souls rest in perfect peace. And there's that picture that's been trending of a few people apparently sleeping at the conference, including our very own President Akufo-Addo. Apparently, they weren't sleeping, they were praying. They were saying the opening prayer, or something. And so quite a few of the presidents had their eyes closed. So don't go there.
President Akufo-Addo had his eyes closed. Joe Biden had his eyes closed as well. There was one more president who had their eyes closed. So people should stop saying our president went to sleep. On behalf of the president and I, we don't like that.
No.
We don't like, and apparently that's the only time the dollar and the cedi became very funny, became equal. On behalf of the president and I, we don't like that. Stop accusing us of sleeping when we are closing our eyes so that we can meditate on the prayer that's going up.
When everybody else has...
Yes, because if pagans refuse to close their eyes...
But there wasn't a prayer said there.
We don't know that. Were you there?
No, but I watched it.
Yeah, you.
There's actually the video.
Bit.
You want me to pull out the video?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm going to make the video available.
You are really going to say that our president went and slept?
Well, yeah, for a few, maybe, yeah. He was caught on camera.
Okay, so 2 videos to look forward to. The president meditating in prayer and that TikTok challenge. And maybe we'll have Kiddy at some point in the week come in and do it with us. Who knows? I'm just saying. Okay, that's it for the Ghanaian Times. And no, Israel, you don't have time to do any more papers. We're going to myjoyonline.com. Stop eyeing me. Let's do myjoyonline.com. If we can have it on the screen, please. Okay, do you want to do it?
All right, so Ghana Card will be recognized globally as an e-passport in 197 countries by April 2022. Okay, that's just some, 6 months away. And then COP26, it is unfair for the world to ask Africa to abandon exploitation of resources. That's President Akufo-Addo saying that. And then health records at the... Okay, so health records at TTH can be monitored at Kolebu. No need for physical folders. That's Baumian digitization. Government to introduce e-pharmacy before end of 2021, still from the Ashesi session that the Vice President had. And could this be why police want to arrest Medina MP? So that's a video of some things that the Medina MP, Francis Xavier Sosu, said, which suggests that, well, that's probably why the police want him. Don't let your decision come across as if MPs are above the law. Ambrose Derry to Parliament. NSMQ 2021, Suhum Presby beats Abugi's Krobo Girls to pop in prelims. To pop, pa.
Yeah.
Special prosecutor invites embattled Joabing MC nominee for questioning over corruption. And then gory accident at Akomadang leaves 6 burned to death, 22 others in critical condition.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the post.
The post I was talking about, yeah.
During competition, sex should not last long. Also, it should be done with the least effort possible. So underneath the partner. Okay. So
let the woman be on top, yes. And preferably with their wife. As then, there is no obligation to put in an exceptional performance. Yes, and that's Antonio Conte, the Tottenham coach. Wives' lives matter. Yeah, I love that.
And this is bad.
Very, very bad.
Bad advice.
Very bad advice. We are very upset.
That's why Chelsea sacked you.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't give such advice.
Okay, we will have more on that conversation. Married sex. I hear it's a thing. Sort of as fiery as the illegal. Anyway, we're going to do sports now.
As if you don't know.
We're going to do sports now, and when we come back, there'll be sports. And after that, we'll be back. We have some really exciting stuff for you this morning.
You say you know so much about married sex.
Well, yeah, I've been married.
Yes. And you're saying something.
I wasn't saying anything. I said Antonio, whatever said there's no exceptional. Why are you trying to put me in trouble? Okay, guys, so we'll be back right after this. Stay tuned in. Don't go anywhere.